Hey guys, welcome back to the Rosy Pears channel. I have to re-record my intro because my editing software took a dump on me while I was trying to render everything correctly, and I lost my intro. It's amazing. I'm so happy I get to do this again. Oy vey. Anyway, we're going back to r/writing prompts, and today's writing prompt comes from Amir147, who gives us an interesting Olympic god prompt. Zeus has a birthday, and his children compete who will bring him the best gift. Among the gifts were treasures, beautiful ships, mountains designed for him, food that was unparalleled. But his favorite gift was a tie. Now, I want to add in that I got a comment from somebody the last week, actually, that I should start adding in screenshots of the post so that people can read along while I'm writing. And I just figured out how to do that. So I want to say thank you to that person. You're amazing. And it's just the greatest thing when someone actually offers help and it becomes helpful. So thanks you, Galaxy Yeet. You are an amazing helper, and you're the first person to ever comment on my channel. So thank you so much for your help. It may have been small, but it's a big thing for me when someone offers me help and I can get it, you know? It's like, I don't know what it's like, but how about I stop rambling and we get on to other people's rambling about how amazing these stories are. Okay. Let's get started. Our first reply and my very first shout out on this channel goes to Fluxdog. This guy has got some interesting stories, and their reply on this one is just chef's kiss. It's beautiful. A simple navy blue tie. Forget ambrosia that tastes like starlight. Never mind the original ship of Theseus and the ruby eye of the true Cyclops. Fiddlesticks. Compared to all of these, the tie was declared his favorite. There was a lot of confusion and anger, but Zeus had spoken. For you see, the tie itself wasn't what sold it. No, it was the little handwritten note that came with it when he opened the box. He saw it and knew that this would be declared his favorite present. It simply said, "Choose this tie as your favorite, or I tell Hera you visited my mom and her sister that night." Dude, 2 words. That's savage. Our next reply comes from the user, and my next shout out comes out to LexiChom, who wrote a little bit longer of a story, but we don't judge stories by how long they are or how short they are. We judge them by how good they sound. Let's see how good this one sounds. Zeus thought to himself, the celebration had lasted a full week and was comprised of all the finest regalia that the king of Olympus was fit to receive. Yet his heart was uneasy. Among all the Olympians, lesser gods, heroes, and mortal kings who all possessed or claimed his lineage, each had presented the greatest treasure that they were capable of providing in his honor. As the festivities were finally starting to wind down, Hephaestus showed up and presented a simple necktie labeled "World's Best Dad." When this lackluster gift was presented from the god of forges to the ruler of Olympus, all held their breath and waited for the god of thunder's rebuke. But before Zeus could declare the gift unfit to come from one so talented in creating, Hephaestus simply looked at Zeus's darkening face and with the face of pretend innocence said, "Truly, this gift can be given to no other. Is it not your favorite?" At that moment, Zeus realized that dismissing the gift presented to him brought it with danger. After a moment, Zeus realized dismissing the gift presented to him brought with it danger, that he was faced with a choice. Either accept the title, the tie and title, to either accept the tie and title of world's best dad and risk the enmity of all those who had also presented gifts, or to dismiss it only to be faced with the same crowd who would all demand an answer to the question anyway. Should they turn on each other in an attempt to gain his favor, the result would be catastrophic. This was just like that stupid apple of discord all over again. Only he simply couldn't throw the decision to some random mortal this time. Thinking as fast as a lightning bolt, he gazed at the assembled crowd. The treasures that had presented to him included treasures, beautiful ships, mountains designed for him, food that was unparalleled, shining chariots, and more. Upon making eye contact with Athena, the one being in the room that had appeared to be enjoying the wait for his answer, he realized a solution, one worthy of the craftiest prophecy. None would believe it, but it may yet present, or at least stall, the fight. My children, I love all of you and all your gifts equally. My favorite gift is a tie. Lexi-chan, you just made a dad joke for Father's Day, and that is the greatest present I think I have ever heard in my life. Shall we move on to the final story and our final shout out to Arum Argentus? I don't know. I'm putting his name on the screen, or their name on the screen. Apologies. I don't know how to pronounce your name, my guy. I'm sorry. But this one's a little bit longer too, so let's check it out and we'll see how good it is as well. Athena knew what to get Zeus for his birthday. As gods, they only celebrated every century, and only the millennial ones really mattered. This one mattered a lot. 10,000 years. Quite the event. The warrior gods thought Zeus would like prize beasts to mount on the walls. Basilisk heads, hydra cores, even a dragon heart, just to name a few of their prizes. Dionysus was hosting a party and had been saving several bottles of ambrosia for 1,000 years. It was quite the gift, and he would like it. But Athena could do better. Eris was stoking some conflict with the humans. Apparently, she thought them going nuclear would make some nice fireworks. Thankfully, someone else had stopped that chaos before she could give them a show. Hephaestus was probably her closest competition. If you want a fantastic gift, who better to make it than him? He had made a treasure without peer. He made 10,000, each better than the last, and this was the best of them all, each of which would be a fine piece to any of their collections. But Athena thought she could top even that. She was the goddess of wisdom after all, and her dad was horny all the time. Basically everyone was a first cousin or half sibling because of it. So she got her dad a tie. She asked Arachne to spin her best silk, which was a color-shifting marvel. Then she snuck into Athena's garden and got a divinely potent aphrodisiac. By combining that into the threads and imbuing it with a touch of her power, she ended up with a very nice tie. It had the ability to always be the perfect color and to emit a very helpful aroma when her father was interested in someone. Yes, a tie to help him get his lightning bolt in a nice cloud. She was positive he would love it. But she was considering taking a long trip to anywhere else after this. He might just love it too much. Happy birthday! She shouted while handing him the box. It was wise to be cautious, she decided. This just describes why Zeus is the way he is. And the only reason he has so many children is because he has a tie of fucking. A tie that helps him get laid. That is this present every father wants from their child. Aurarum, arum, aorum, arum. Anyway, my guy, you wrote a pretty good story, and I gotta say, it was pretty awesome. It just makes sense for some reason. I don't know why. It just makes sense. All right, we have gotten through the rest of our stories. I'm sorry if my intro and my outro have sounded weird. I recorded everything like last week so I wouldn't have to scrounge to do it the Thursday before I'm supposed to upload, but everything decided to just die last week. So I had to re-record everything this morning, get it all done, get it all right, and then pray that it won't let me wait 24 hours for it to render again, so I have to upload it again. But I want to thank everybody who wrote out their stories. I know you didn't write them for me, but I want to thank you guys for writing them, because if you didn't write them, then no one would be able to read them. And if no one read them, then your ideas would just be stuck in your head and you would just suffer with these thoughts that just invade your mind. Or maybe that's just me. But I want to thank everybody who watched my channel. I want to thank everyone who likes my videos, comments how I can do better. Comment if you liked it. Comment if you didn't like it. Comment what I can do better. And if you really like what I'm doing, I wouldn't mind if you subscribed, but you don't have to. I mean, it's not like I'm doing this for any reason other than I'm bored and I have nothing better to do in my life. I mean, all I do is go to work and come home. This is like the one thing that isn't part of a routine schedule. But if you want, you can subscribe, and I will make sure to thank you every single time. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and if you want to, subscribing. And I'll try to have another video up sooner for next Friday. I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.